I am parked in 111. Last night when I got here, it rained for 2.5 hours. So late last evening, I was able to disconnect the truck and set up the RV. This is really a nice site. This is one of the nicest sites that we've been in here. It's a rather large site, and it's nicely wooded. It does have power. This is number 111. So 110, 111, 112, very, very nice sites here. And the restroom is right there, not very far away. They do have a very nice beach area for the kids or anybody that wants to swim. These bathhouses are a little bit older, but pretty clean, and they work well. Here's something you don't see very often. I mean, you can phone home. Yeah, here's a nice site, Site 105. It's kind of opened on one side and, well treed. A lot of trees in there. 104 is a little sunnier type site, not quite as much shade. This is Site 103. Now, one time we came and this was the only site that was available, which is 44. And it doesn't look like much, but I was able to get our 26-foot flagstaff in here. And we spent a few days here without any problems. This is Site 101. And again, a very deep site. Fairly level. It's got a little bit of a grade down, but not much. This is Site 100. There is more of a grade to 100. Now this site we're coming up on, I've actually had this site before. And we really had a nice time in this site. This is 99. Just be aware, you have a bend in the site. I actually came in and turned the RV so it was facing more straight out to the road. A little bit challenging, but it was able to be done. But this isn't a bad site. This is where the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, different group camping can go. And this is all non-electric out through there. The one thing I like about Gifford is that their shower rooms, you don't have to keep pressing the button to get the water. You just turn the water on and it flows. And it stays flowing until you shut it off. So in the A-loop, I believe that the sites that I just showed you are some of the best sites here at Gifford State Park. Here we are again on A-loop. This is Site 127, and it's a small site, but it backs up to way down in there is the lake. Be a nice site for a small camper. It's not perfectly level. As we go up here, this is a nice site. It's site number, it looks like site number 50. It's level. It's not a huge site, but you could get a nice 16 to 20 foot camper in there. This site here, a gentleman just pulled into, is site number 21. It's nice and flat. Yeah, he's got a pretty good sized trailer in there. And you can see he fits fine. This is site number 23. It looks like this little Ram, Winnebago, he's parked in there. This is site number 24, and as you can see, that's it's a 22, 23 foot trailer, and he's in there just fine. There's site 31, it's a nice site. And then we circle back around to where the beach area is. Site 32, it has a lot of grade coming down towards me. That's not a very nice site. This is still in A section. This is on the road coming in, and most of these sites are smaller sites, but they're nice sites, smaller campers. The ones on our left here that I'm showing you right now have a little bit of slope, running away from the street. And the ones over on the other side, they run slightly uphill. Yeah, most of these sites on B are these smaller sites. And we're over 170. 171 is this is the next site, 171. It's not a bad site, a little smaller site, but at least it's flat. Now, this is an area over in the B loop that has access to the lake. You could launch a kayak here, a little boat. It's nice that they do have a little boat ramp for people to go ahead and have access to the water. So I wanted to show you a few of the other smaller sites here over in this section. This is 320, and a small RV can go in here. But what's kind of nice about these small sites, a lot of them go right down to the lake. You have a little access to get down to the lake here. Here's the one right beside it, which is 319. And 319 has access right over to the lake, which is pretty nice. But you'd have to have a smaller RV to go in here. These folks. And again, they have access over towards the lake. Now here's a guy that, he's probably got, that's an 18, 19 foot Conquest. He just barely fits in there. I just pulled into a site. We're in another section. As you can see, this is site number 300. And we're into a place where they actually have full hookups. Power, water, and sewer. So 300 is fairly flat, and you have full hookups on 300. It's exactly the same. But on 299, it's all asphalted. So if I was looking for a site with full hookups, 299 would be an excellent site. Yeah, it looks like most of these sites up here have full hookups. $297, a flat site and full hookups from the camp host. Now this site right here, '96, site number 96, I actually stayed in this site. And this is a full hookup site. And they have made it flat. There's a wall that goes all the way, 3/4 of the way around it. And as you can see, you have the power. And you have your sewer. And your water. So 96 is a nice site. 295, another full hookup site, flat. Somebody's put a nice, looks like a 30-foot cougar in there. And all these sites are close to the bathhouse, which is right down here. Whoops. And we also have yurts and cottages, which is right down that road. And another access point for possibly launching a kayak or a canoe. And as you get ready to exit the Gifford State Park, they do have dump stations. This dump station has 4 places where you can dump. And they have kept it, it's nice and clean. I've seen a lot of these dump stations that were really not very nice, but yeah, it looks like they've kept this pretty nice. Well, thank you for watching this video. This is Gifford State Park. It is a state park that I would recommend. It is a very nice park, and I will see you on the next video.